Hi everyone, welcome to Monday evening, Happy Hustle Show episode 107, 106, 106 or 107. Anyway, tonight what I'm going to be talking about is how to create a super simple side hustle. So I am running my free Find Your Perfect Side Hustle Idea challenge at the end of April. So in 2 weeks' time. Hi, Laura. And my thoughts are turning to the types of side hustles that are in the ether. So what I always get excited about here is when I see people signing up to do the Happy Side Hustle experience, I know that there's loads of ideas that people haven't had yet. And often when it gets to the Friday on the challenge, we have a few people who are like, I'm still not quite sure. I can do this, but I'm not quite sure how to turn that into a side hustle. And I want to show you a very easy way to turn something into a side hustle. And this is the example. So look at these. I have created Happy Side Hustle socks. So these are very special socks that are only for the VIBs over in my membership group, Happy Side Hustle Hive. This month it's a Ren, and Ren, these socks are, if you watch on replay, these socks are going to be on their way to you. But I just want to show everybody first because they're dead lovely and so easy to make. So made these socks, made this notebook, made this mug, made this water bottle. All of these things are print on demand. So what they basically mean is that you come up with the artwork for it. Laura, you're totally all over that. You come up with the artwork for it, and then you put your artwork, whatever you come up with, on a thing, and you sell the thing. Now, the reason why I think this is very timely at the moment is that you can look at what's trending on it. So if we're thinking product-based side hustle, so obviously the book is for my service-based side hustle, so this applies for both. But you can look at what is trending on Etsy and Amazon just now, and then come up with your version of it. So one of the challenges people often have with the side hustle is they pick something that they absolutely love, but they don't necessarily validate the idea and make sure that there is a demand for it. And that's a key part of the Fast Track Your Happy Side Hustle course that I run. However, you can do this yourself. The easy way to find out what's going to quickly sell on Etsy or Amazon is to go to just browse it and have a look at what are the top sellers at the moment. What are the things that link in to your core values, your experience, your talents? How can you see what of those is already selling well on Amazon and Etsy, and how can you come up with your version of it? So for example, take the book. So this book is a Amazon KDP book, which is print on demand. This is literally a blank notebook, well, a lined notebook. No other effort has gone into this, not even on the front page. It's literally just a notebook. What I've done is I've branded it on the back and on the front. Now, this is Happy Side Hustle Notes. When I was doing my research for Amazon KDP and how you did all of this, I noticed that there were people on there who were creating a book like this, and on the front, they were writing Julie's notebook or a gift for Julie. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Why are they just doing a gift for Julie? But of course they weren't, were they? They were doing a gift for every single possible name they could think of. And they had sales. So just a blank notebook, but on the front, a gift for Julie. You then change it to a gift for Laura, a gift for Sheila, a gift for Cassie, etc. Yes, Laura, why are you not already? You're going to do it after this. And I'm gonna show you very easily how to do it. So you take your one product and then you turn it into so many different things. So Laura, the lady that I was working with last week is an artist, and she takes her art, she creates 3 pieces of art a year, and she just then turns them into cushions, she turns them into chopping boards, she turns them into aprons, you name it. She turns them into wearable jewelry, which is absolutely beautiful. It's just printed onto jewelry. But you've got the head start here, Laura, because you've got the artistic background, but I don't, and that's why I'm showing you these. So this pattern, so I made my own pattern on Canva. That's all I did. I made my own pattern on Canva, So these are Happy Side Hustle VIB socks. Made the pattern on Canva, uploaded it to the company that I use. There's loads of print on demand companies. The one I use is called Incredible. Uploaded it to Incredible, and then Incredible printed and sent me out these socks today, and they will be in the post to you tomorrow. Ren, I just want to show everyone them first. Same thing. This is from Incredible. Created the pattern, created the artwork on Canva. Got it printed on a mug. Got it printed in a water bottle. So many different places that you can get things printed. But when you are at that, how can I take my idea and turn it into something? Print on demand is such a brilliant way to start. Now, the margins on print on demand aren't amazing. So what did these socks cost me? I think they might have been about £7 or £8. So I'm probably not going to sell those for £40, am I? I'm not going to sell them at all. They are for Ren. They are my design. Not going to sell them at all. But say I decided to go into a range of socks with slogans on them, which I might well do, because I bought everybody that helped me out on the last challenge a pair of socks of success. They were by an artist called Katie Abbey, and I just thought they were brilliant. They just really made me smile. And then I thought, okay, obviously, again, you don't copy anybody else, but you can be inspired by that and go, I bet there's lots of different types of socks that you could make that people would laugh at, that people, so you could have Julie's socks, Laura's socks, Cassie's socks, etc. That might not sell, but it might. And what I've seen a lot of recently is a mug like this. This is a really, I know some of you have got these because I've sent them to you, but this is a really nice mug. So this is just the standard mug on Incredible. You can get different colors, but this is a really nice, I would say it's a really, I love to knock things. It's a really kind of sturdy, and the water bottle as well. I think it's like quite high end, I would say. But what I've seen a lot of people doing is going into Amazon, for example, and have a look at mugs. So say you decide you were going to do mugs. Go into Amazon, have a look at mugs. So say you wanted to do sarcastic mugs, right? I know that's probably something that some of you might find funny. So go in, search sarcastic mugs on Amazon and go and have a look at the sorts of things that are selling. And you can see the ones that come up immediately in search, the ones that are near the top are the ones that are going to sell. So say, I was trying to explain this to Gillian yesterday, and I should have thought of a better example of this, but it's a kid. Yeah, subtitles and me don't work, Sheila. I think people like to turn on the subtitles for comedy effect. They don't get me. I love that you love your socks of success, Cassie. I thought that would be right up your street in terms of sense of humor. So say you see okay, in fact, let's take socks of success, right? So we're certainly not ripping off Katie Abbey's idea, but say instead of socks of success, you could have water bottle of world domination. Yeah. So you're taking like an idea that you like the concept of, but you're changing it. So you're not doing the same product and you're not doing the same thing, but you can be inspired by that and you can go, gosh, I wonder if people would buy a water bottle of world domination. Just made that up, probably wouldn't, but you never know. And then, so say people did buy your water bottle of world domination, then you can create another pattern that's just a slight difference, which is water bottle of world peace. I don't know. So you just take this product that you come up with, or the range of products, and then you just come up with very slight variations of them. So for you, Laura, you have, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 kind of key prints, illustrations, whatever that you have created, pieces of art, and then you use those to go across as many different print on demand things. And it's trial and error, like with everything, it's trial and error. So you put it out there and say you're only making like £3 or £4 or £5 on each one that you sell. There's no risk. Like, when you list on like, well, I know most of you don't sell on Amazon, but for Etsy, there's no risk because you're only paying if you might pay 20 cents if you haven't got a code for a listing, but that's all you're paying. So if no one buys it, then no one buys it. There's no risk. But it's a really, really simple way for someone to have a side hustle where you don't have boxes and boxes of things. You don't have to think about how am I going to fund? How am I going to find all the initial funding for this thing? You start with print on demand. You make enough of a profit within the print on demand sales to pay for you to, because ultimately to make bigger money, it would be better to create them yourself or to buy in bulk. And when you get the water bottle of world domination that sells, then you can start ordering those and buying them in 50s and 100s. And then the cost price per water bottle is going to go down significantly. So socks of VIB socks, not socks of a success. So you can see I was inspired by that, but there's no way that Kitty Abbott, I think I was in it, Abby, is going to be annoyed because they're completely different. They're just socks, but these are socks that I'm going to give out to our VIBs from now on. Happy Side Hustle notes. There are other notebooks out there. No one's going to go, well, I'm raging that Julie's created a notebook because there's no copyright on a notebook. But I can have, as well as the Happy Side Hustle notes, I can have notes for Julie, notes for Karen, notes for Cassie, etc. Or a notebook that the trend from a couple of years ago, probably the start of lockdown, that was like I've just survived another meeting that should have been an email. That made me smile. There were lots of those types of quotes that were really kind of trending at the time. You can't use that exact quote because that's somebody else's intellectual property, but you could come up with your variation of it. So you could, I don't know. I don't know exactly what that would be, but as long as you're changing it, but kind of just tapping into that same kind of tongue-in-cheek sense of humor, it's worth trying it. You can make it really easily on Canva for those of you that kind of aren't totally artistic. Really cheap way to set up an additional side hustle. And I think I might talk about it in the challenge at the end of the month, because for someone that's just going, well, I really like this and this, but I don't know how to turn it into a side hustle, some good ideas. I was thinking of doing a range of items with always be yourself, unless you can be a winged horse, then always be a winged horse. Yes, Cassie. Oh, Cassie, I don't want to throw more ideas at you though. But I think that's great. I think that's great. And then you can swap winged horse out for other kind of obscure things as well. Like you can have dinosaur or I don't know, whatever. But yes. Hi Amanda, I'm just finishing. Unfortunately, my oven's peeping. So I've made dinner for the kids, so my oven's peeping. But in summary, make some socks, make some water bottles, make some mugs, make some books, make whatever you want. But it is a side hustle that just involves you being able to design something on Canva. That's it. That's all you need to be able to do. That's all you need to be able to master is Canva. And then you can create anything that you want. Just a thought. Right. I'm going to go. Have a wonderful week, everybody. And I will speak to you on Thursday. Take care.